Please stand clear. Doors are closing. Train is about to move.
So you said something in your body did what?
Nah, the material, put it like this, the material using my body to stab the lady.
And so she just got stabbed.
Yeah. You know that's not me. I'm talking about just for no reason. But since they did that, now they gotta investigate the material my body is supposed to. Since they want to do all that, now they gotta investigate.
It's funny because she's from the Ukraine. She's from Russia, and you know they got a war. They had a war going on against the United States. So I'm just trying to understand, out of all people, why her?
That's hey, it ain't. I don't have nothing. They just lashed out on her. That's what happened. They lashed out on her. Whoever was working the material, they lashed out on her.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Stop, folks! Stop! Back up!
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh! I hope
Stop, folks! Stop!
All right, shalom, shalom, yashallah. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and infinite praise to Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachak, Warash, the bonus of the apostles, bishops and elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations. He let's scattered abroad, pushing his truth and sincerity. May Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachak, Warash, Barak Thum, choose the quantum, walk from the elders, you brothers, you sisters, the hopefully elect, out there laboring, keeping the commandments to the best of your ability, giving diligence, make your calling in the election sure. Of course, keeping faith in Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His beloved Son, our Lord, our Savior, our King, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, in these last days, in these perilous times that we are living in. This is Brother Pashai, Bon Yashallah, and this will be a quick lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. These are some major Psyops happening in these last days, man. It's all leading, to that Polycrisis, that Black Swan event. Okay, all hell is about to break loose here in America, Babylon the Great, man. All right, and it's an orchestrated collapse of this economy, all right, of this society. All right, why? They need chaotic events to bring forth their order. Remember, they have the motto, Ordo ab Chaos. Okay, and different chaotic situations will be racial tension, all right, race wars, riots, uproars, all right, civil unrest, civil war. All right, this kingdom is divided, left, right wing. Okay, and these people don't know they're being played, man, like a bunch of fucking fools and idiots that they are. All right, that's why they're known as the goyim, the sheeple, all right, the simple. All right, let's get a quick precept I thought about. That's why you gotta be on your watch, man. I'm let's see, Proverbs 22 and verse 3. It says, "The prudent man, who's the prudent? That's the prophets, the men of the Lord, the teachers, us in His faith and His truth. All right, foresee of the evil. We foresee these evils come upon this planet Earth, man, especially here in America, Babylon the Great. All right, like I mentioned in different, recent side events. All right, you had the stabbing in that North Carolina train, all right, with that Ukrainian woman and that Jake, right? But videos is coming out, and go willing is all in the intro of that Jake basically on a jail call with his sister. All right, and he basically said it, like we seen in the intro. He said there's material in my body. All right, they lashed on her. That's not me. All right, who is he talking about, man? My first thought when I heard that was, oh, this thing got demons on, that's Legion. All right, but then when you get further into it, all right, when you watch movies like Upgrade, okay, there's another one called Implanted, all right? This dude had a device in him, all right? He said that they lashed out on him. Well, he said whoever put this, he said the material in my body, they got to investigate. You know, roughly paraphrasing what he said, they got to investigate because, you know, they did that. That's not me, right? And his sister's like, but why her out of all people? He said, I don't know. You got to ask them. Who's them? Who's the they? All right. So the powers that be is doing some shit here in these last days. But also videos coming out showing that event, even it looked fake, man. It looked like fake blood involved. You can't see when things are shown on the news. You can look at it as face value, but we're not supposed to. All right. Because what do they want you to think? Right. You got to ask yourself, why are they putting this on the news? All right. What outcome is this going to have? You see that? So major psyops, man. All right. This dude said he had a chip in him and that's what made him do it. You know, like I mentioned, the movies Upgrade, you know what happened? They had a chip in a brain and it made them turn the niggas to assassins. Okay. So he probably had a breakaway knife. He probably thought he was about to do some damage to her. And they put it, they turned the chip on. All right. And he started lashing out on her for a second. And that was her cue. All right. As the fucking paid actor or whatever to stage that shit, man. Or he just had a chip in him. He really poked her up. And it just took a while for the blood to gush out. I don't know, man. There's so much weird shit going on in these last days, man. That's why we got to scrutinize this devil and not be ignorant of his device. I'm going to get those precepts, man. All right. You know, we all know what happened with Charlie Kirk. Which Charlie means free man. And on his t-shirt, he had the word freedom on it. Okay. And he represents the right. He represents the Republican Party. He was an ally with DJT. But DJT don't give two damns about him because when they mentioned his death to him, how you holding up? He said, very good, very good. You see this ballroom I got going on? I've been in the works for a few last weeks. Man, you don't give a damn about that nigga Charlie Kirk. All right, he was a sacrifice for their greater good. All right, they need a chaotic. They need because they immediately started blaming the left wing, you know, terrorists, left wing, you know, assassins. And Trump's recently literally said it'll be a dark moment in Babylon. All right, so darkness is coming. Oh, hell about to break loose. They about to bring forth something major. All right, major, man. All right, and every other I'm gonna get the definition of Black Swan event, Polycrisis, right? So let's read this again. Proverbs 22 verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So the people out here are simple, man. All right, they're simple. They believe everything that's told to them. All right, they take everything for face value. They don't scrutinize, right? But I will say this: there is a large portion of people not even in the faith and the truth that are scrutinizing. There are a lot of these videos coming out of them saying this is fake, this is staged, things of that nature. This is a psyop, or people that's not even in the truth. So a lot of Babylonians, Americans are waking up to the government and their corruptness and the involvement of the CIA, FBI, Assad. All right, especially, you know, dealing with that's the Israeli intelligence, dealing with what's going on over there with the Epstein files. You know, it's a lot happening right now, man. All right, so Esau like knocking a lot of birds out with one stone. All right, forget about the Epstein shit. All right, focus on Charlie Kirk, who represented freedom, and now that freedom got shot. So that plays in the psyche and the mind of these left wing, these right wing demons to be like, they're trying to kill our freedom, the left. You know, that's they play right into your subconscious. But let's get another precept. Wisdom of Solomon 1 verse 9. For inquisition was that word goes to like investigating, cross-examining. All right, basically you know, you looking at very close, you watching them very closely. For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, man, the secret counsel of the wicked. All right, the counsel of the ungodly are the top baking families, man. All right, it says, and the sound of his word shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds, man. So this man is being searched out. Let's get to Obadiah. Right? Obadiah 1 and verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All right. Everything of Esau, Edom, is being searched out in these last days. He's been exposed on all sides. All his plans that he has is being brought out. Look at Psalms. I'm going through the spirit. Psalm 64. Straight to the point. Verse 8. So they, who's going to the wicked, shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So, like I mentioned, you have even people that's not in the truth that's bringing information on this devil. Bringing out, this is a Psyop. All right? This is a false flag. All these different things. Right? Showing that what? You have whistleblowers. You have leaks. All right? There's a lot of things happening in these last days, man. But the true men of the Lord, the prophets, are filtering it through the Holy Bible and letting it be known this is biblical prophecy, man. What's going on? All right, because what did the prophets see? That all these chaotic, like for example, 2 Kings 16th chapter, 15th chapter, Ezekiel 7th chapter, all right, Amos the 5th chapter, all right, Jeremiah the 30th chapter, Daniel the 12th chapter, Matthew the 24th chapter. What did our Lord Yahweh Shah, the other and prophets see? All right, happening upon the planet Earth: famines, death, cannibalism. All right, all hell breaking loose. Men fight against their friends, loved ones turning on each other. The love of many wax cold, psychos, and insanity going on. What event caused that to happen? You see, in these last days. You see, and that's what we could filter it in these times. Like, yo, EMP attack, cyber attack, a major epidemic. Understand? We in that time, man. So what I had, look at 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. And Slack, let me 1 second. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Look at the word for devices. Look, this has been a while. It says, wow. It says norma. It says a mental perception, thought, an evil purpose, that which thinks, the mind, thoughts, or purposes, man. So remember, the inquisition of the counsels of the ungodly, their secret counsels, their secret evil purposes, their plans, the evil schemes. Okay? So, man, we can't be ignorant of what this man got going. Look at Sirach 5. In verse 15, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. So what happened on that train seemed like it could have been a small incident that happened August 22nd, 2025, but they blew it up around the same time Charlie Kirk got, assassinated. That's when they started blowing it up into the mainstream media. All right. Why? To stir up the minds of these Edomites. Okay. White lives matter. Black fatigue. Trump is, and Trump already mobilizing the troops to give Jake holy hell. They're making Jake the new face of terror. That's the main point too, man. All right, and Jake is falling for it too, man. They about to roll in Chicago. You got Jake talking about they're gonna dump it out with the cops, man. Listen, man, this man about to come down with great wrath, man. All right, the enemy was about to come with like a flood. So now I want to look up these definitions that I mentioned earlier. A polycrisis is a situation where multiple interconnected global crises coverage overlap and amplify each other, creating a more complex and pervasive state of instability that any single crisis would cause on its own, man. So it's going to be multiple crises. Look at the precept on that. It's the first one that comes to my mind. 2 16 verse 39, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side, man, in every angle, man. All right, polycrisis. Different things happen simultaneously. All right, EMP attack. All right, it knocks out all the power. You see that? Then you have a disease outbreak. You see, you got the troops rolling up. All right, police state, military takeover. Okay, at the same time, when you got this chaotic situation, you want to go back to your normal life, take this device in your hand. But we see what happened to people that take the device. They're controlled by the theys and thems. Legion. All right, I was going to make that point earlier, too, with that Jake who said that material in his body, he said they lashed out on that woman. All right, who's the they? Them demons that come associated with that chip. All right, and really those that put the chip in his body. Understand that, man. So artificial intelligence playing a major role here in these last days as well. That was in the movie Upgrade, you know. Control to make him do things he even want to do. And all these different, the last recent events, Jake was just bugging out. Like that event on the train, the Jake that shot up some shit, I think it was in New York, 33rd floor. You know, I forgot exactly that. I forgot, man. So much things happening, man. It's hard to really keep up. Remember, it was on the 33rd floor. That's all that numerology. All right? Nigga walking with a big ass AK. Oh, another thing too about that train incident, that made no goddamn sense. That the whole thing seems fake and weird, and there's no coincidences. There's no coincidence that man pulled up with the hat that had the stars that look like represent the Baphomet. No coincidence how a nigga is stabbing a woman up on a train, and then motherfuckers just sitting there looking like, what the fuck going on? You know? Jake will run. The Jakes that I know and grew up with, you know, black man, black woman, it don't fucking matter. Motherfuckers getting stabbed up in front, they running. They're fleeing. They're not going to sit there and look, oh, what's happening? Oh my. You know? Nah, they running. They Jake, and then he walking up and down the train. I got that white bitch. I got that white bitch. He got a knife in his hand, blood on him. Jake is scattering, man. You know, or some Jake men gonna try to hop on top of him. Like, yo, what the fuck got going on? Right? Whole shit seems staged, man. Whole shit seems weird. You know, it seems weird, man. So that's why we gotta scrutinize this devil. You know? So you got that. Then even with the Charlie Kirk thing, like this, the psychological operation that was playing on the psyche of the minds of the masses of the people in Babylon, is to stir up the Egyptian against the Egyptian, man. Point blank, period, man. That's what it is. Because his t-shirt had freedom. His name Charlie means free, man. He got popped. So it's like they trying to say, oh, the left is trying to kill our freedom. You know? Our rights and liberty as Americans. Right, so look at this next one. So it's a Black Swan event. A Black Swan event is a highly unpredictable, rare occurrence with significant, widespread consequences, which is often rationalized as predictable in hindsight. So that's the event that these millionaires and billionaires keep talking about that they're trying to prepare for. They're building their bunkers for. The event. What event? That Black Swan event. All right, so it's so major that it can have widespread casualties, consequences. Okay? So they mentioned events like, you know, the 9/11 attacks, which we know that was and this, remember, this happened, and Slack, I gotta add this too. It was a blood moon. I think on September 11th. Right? It was a blood moon, so they needed blood. Blood had to spill. All right? They deal with the left hand. You see, they deal with the signs and all these different things, man. Blood moon, blood had to spill. Why? They needed sacrifice. And Charlie Kirk was a sacrifice, you know, for the elites. Okay, Trump is in office to bring forth chaos, man. He's not here to bring forth stability and peace for the American people. Now he bringing forth order, but that new world order. Okay, but the way he bring forth that order is he gonna have to start a chaotic situation. And he's just a man for that job. All right. So yeah, and it's September 10th. All this happened in you know, there's always something around this time. You see? So we in some crazy times, man. We gotta stay on our watch, you know, stay on our P's and Q's, man, and keep linking up what's going on with biblical prophecy, man. Okay? So yeah, what is a Psyop? A Psyop is a short psychological operation is the military action. And you also have military personnel right behind Charlie Kirk giving military hand signals. All right, make sure all these clips in the beginning of the video, you know, showing you, you know, we in some times, man. That was a hit. It says, designed to influence the emotions, attitudes, and behaviors of a target audience. Who's the target audience? You Americans. All right, that's what the Psyop is for. It's such as foreign governments, groups, or individuals to achieve political and military objectives. So what's their political and military objective? To have a military takeover, to bring forth the new world order. All right, they need chaos and to ensue here in America. All right, so you have a vast majority of people, all right, bugged out, don't know what's going on. It's simple, they passing on, they're gonna get punished. You have a few, all right, that's whistleblowers bringing information out. But then you have the elected nation of Yasha that's, you know, the prophets, the men of the Lord, that's bringing information out, filtering through the scriptures, man. All right, and Lord willing, we got a number, we can be protecting these times. All right, so I got one more, that'll be the lesson. I ain't gonna do that too long. You know, just want to, you know, report on what's going on recently. Let's get the book of Luke 21. And verse 34. And take heed to yourselves, or brothers, man. Take heed to yourselves, man. Lest at any time your hearts, your minds be overcharged with fetting and drunkenness and in cares of this life, man. Don't get too caught up in the cares of this life, the affairs of this life. We've been called and chosen to be soldiers, man. All right. It says, and so that day come upon you unawares. Remember that black swan event, the unpredictable event. You don't want that to happen. You caught off guard because you wasn't watching. You didn't see this. Now we see all that coming, man. All right. When it happens, we're gonna know exactly what to do. Pray. All right. And we're gonna have Yahweh Bashim Shah guiding us. Point blank period, man. Right. It says, for as a snare, a trap shall come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth, man. So people will be caught off guard, man, but what's about to happen. Okay. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass to stand before the Son of Man. So we got to pray, we got to watch, all right? Keep our eyes peeled, man. So these major psyops lead into polycrisis and black swan events, man. You read that in the 2nd, 15th chapter, 16th chapter, Ezekiel the 7th chapter, Jeremiah the 30th chapter, Daniel the 12th chapter, man, the 24th chapter on down, all right? Amongst other precepts, you know what I'm saying? Let you know the time they're coming. Joel the 2nd chapter, the day of darkness, Amos the 5th chapter, verse 18. All right, no brightness in it, man. It's about to get bad here in America, Babylon the Great. All right, so that's all I got through the Spirit. The Williams edified through the Spirit. Payah Bashim Shah. Closing, of course. Let's give all honor, glory, and infinite praise to Heavenly Father Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachak, Dr. Barnes to the apostles, bishops and elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations. Let's got it abroad, pushing His truth in sincerity. Shalom, Wabba Shalom.